Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out, actually give it a pressure wash, clean it up, and see what we're working with. Let's go. And if you like the content on the channel, you like the Humvee type builds, go ahead right now for me, hit that little like button. Let's spread this out on YouTube, that way it can help somebody else out. Okay, let's go. So, I went ahead and drained that tank. It took like a day because I didn't want it gushing all over there, so I barely unreleased the drain hole in the bottom. But it's nice, it's empty now, and it's good and filthy. So we're gonna pressure wash this thing and see what is up. Let's go. Another thing too I've been working on, look at these. These are those little spacers that went under these things. I've been cleaning these things up, grinding them with the grinder, just the, polishing wheel there. Got these things looking really, really good. Probably paint them. I mean, look what they did look like. Terrible, still got that one to do. But this stuff right here takes a ton of time, I'm gonna probably do these later. The rubber bushings look really good. And we'll be painting all this stuff in the near future. All right, I changed clothes. I'm ready to go. Let's pull it out, spray it down. Well, I'm absolutely filthy. Hey, but guess what? It's pretty stinking clean and a lot of dirt came off. Half of it's in my eyes. Let's give this thing a walkthrough. It looks pretty good, man. Gas tank looks great. Definitely got some surface rust here and there. Look at the brakes. I mean, I can't believe they function as well as they did when I had it driving. But probably throw some new rotors on it, of course, stuff like that, new pads. And this is a good motor, man, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing yet. We will definitely be finding this out. But it's looking really good. I'm gonna let this thing sit out here and dry. So it's the next day here, and I'm down here wiring up the stove for powder coating outside. So what I'm doing right now, I had to move all these breakers down. I know you guys can't see. Okay, this is way better now. I kind of was down here in the dark. So I've made a spot in the breaker box. Don't worry about all the writing over here. I've got to rewrite everything. But what I have done is go ahead and make a slot for my new 40 amp breaker that I'm going to use for the stove. So I am kind of a little, I know a little about a lot of different areas. I'm not an electrician, I'm not a mechanic, but hey, I can do this stuff. It's not that hard actually, it's pretty easy. So here we go. Let's go ahead and run that wire and get the 220 out front in the garage so we can run a stove. All right, guys, it is a couple days later here, and I hope everybody had an awesome, fantastic Labor Day weekend, opened to college football, had a blast, had my family down here, friends over. We had a really good time this past weekend. So I did not get a video out this weekend, so here we go. This is the one. So there's a few things I got to do first before I continue on with the Humvee. And I don't know if you guys remember that the vehicle, the Nissan Altima that my friend had to hit a pole. Anyways, we're fixing that. I've done a lot of the body work to it, and we'll just go ahead and spray that thing in. I gotta finish that thing up because it's still sitting in here in the driveway. So let's go. Okay, change clothes. Let's get to prepping. So here we are with the dent. It's actually looking really good so far. I haven't sanded this primer yet, but compared to what that thing was, it was really dented. And I don't feel any ways really in this. I see where the primer is a little thick. So let's go give it a sand and go from there. There's even a little bit of rust over here. I really didn't want to paint that one all the way down, but you know what? Might be better just to go ahead and do this. Hey, look at this Nissan. You didn't even paint the door jambs pearl. You left that white and only did the outside pearl. I am not happy with you, Nissan. And we're back, and okay, so for all you guys know who've done this before, it takes more time to do this than it does to actually paint the vehicle. So that was a lot of taping, and let's go. And I had to do it solo today because my wife had eye surgery, so I'm kind of out here by myself. Oh well. She is doing really, really good though. Is this weather gonna hold out? It just sprinkled, but it stopped. I can't back this thing up anymore. So I'm very scrunched for time, and I could move that like a foot, and it would definitely clear that. Look at that, already a bug. Is this really gonna be my day? So coat 1 is down. It's not looking good. It's starting to blend. So you can see where it was before. So I think 3 coats and it'll be great. And I'm just kind of blending near the top. This is just what I'm no professional at this, but that's where it was still good paint up there. So I'm just kind of blending it in and try to go light, I guess, on the clear coat up there. Hold out. Just like I suspected, it's pouring. I got this thing covered up as best as I can right now. I'm just gonna try to protect it. Luckily, it's just base coat, not clear. The sun's out and it's raining. Doesn't that mean, Marshall, you should not paint this vehicle today? Okay, I think I'm ready for some clear. I even got bags on my feet. I'm so tired of ruining socks. And I was like, hey, what if I just put some bags in there? So I'm gonna throw all this away anyway. All right, guys, we're back from working on that car. It's finally done. It's taken me a few days and the weather never cooperated with me. I should have done I learned from my mistakes, put it that way. It's all practice for me. I'm not a painter at all. I'm just learning. And the more that I can do, the more I betters myself. So that's that. Over here on the Humvee. So all this stuff you see behind me, we've got the powder coating gun. We've got the booth. That's what this wood is going to be. So I'm gonna construct a powder coating booth out of this. And this all makes sense now. All the way back to the oven, running the power all the way up here, putting in the oven, and getting that for a really good deal. All this right here is gonna save me a ton of money when it comes to the Humvee and powder coating these parts. And that's what I'm gonna do. Everything on this Humvee is gonna get powder coated. Other than the frame, I'm gonna have to paint it. So it's gonna be, this right here, I'm telling you, is gonna save you guys can do this at home too. Save you a ton of money, for real. If you send all these parts out to get powder coated individually, it would be astronomical, the amount of money you'd have to spend. So, hey, you can do this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get to work and build this booth. All right, guys, this thing is solid. Let's see, once you put these last two supports in, it really stiffens it up. So I got this done with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These were 4 foot by 4 foot pre-cut sheets, so I didn't want to get the 4x8 sheets and have to rip them. These were a little more expensive, I guess, for the project, but there's no cutting involved, and they're 48 inches by 48 inches. So easy. I did it with 5 2x3s. I actually bought 6 just in case. Not that expensive. It's like probably $80 for this. So now I'm gonna hang all the parts. I'll put some hooks in here, and then this is gonna be my booth, because that powder, from what I see online, it goes everywhere. So it makes a mess big time. But this is where I'll hang them all up with some coat hangers and whatnot and get to spraying. Oh yeah, too, this was as light as I could get this thing, and it's pretty heavy. And there is where it's gonna go. So I have a mess. So this is the spot that I'm gonna use it for now, at least. I would like to have it in the backyard down there by the shed, and I can just walk them up and down, but let me clean all of this up. And don't worry, there will be plenty of this to come, guys. I'm telling you. I know it was slow on the Humvee today on this build, but on this video, but hey, it will come along, I promise. So I will be using PPG is who I'm gonna order my powder through, because I've tried several different companies. I've even called a bunch, and they don't have high gloss black, wet black, whatever you wanna call it. It seems like everybody's out of it, except for PPG. And I think you gotta bulk order that stuff. So I'm gonna call them actually here in a little bit and go ahead and order myself. I think 5 pounds is or 45 pounds maybe is the limit that you can buy, or the smallest order that you can place. So we'll see. This thing will be really cool. I cannot wait to see this. So check this out, guys. These casters, this is from a project years and years ago. I had a 72 Charger. And anyways, these were from rolling around the body. And they're gonna work perfect for this heavy, heavy booth that I've made. I thought this thing would be lighter than it was, and I didn't have any bolts. And guess where the bolts came from? The Humvee. They're all the old bolts that I'm not gonna use. There they are. That's what's came off of this one so far. Yeah. One thing I forgot. I cannot believe it. So I did buy six 2x3s. I didn't put the piece over here on the side. So I'm gonna do that, and this thing's done. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. That's a wrap. Check this out. Finish my braces. So you need 6 2x3s, 5 4x4 foot sheets. Like 80, 90 bucks. Luckily I had the wheels. Those wheels are expensive. I did get those at Harbor Freight like 10 years ago. Nice. So guys, that is gonna be a wrap for today's video. I really appreciate all the comments and everything you guys been giving me. It's been great. Don't worry, we will jump on this Humvee. All this other stuff had to take place first in order for this to get where it needs to be. So keep those notifications on. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Please, let's like and subscribe. Let's go. Let's build this thing. And until next time, see you later.